What's up, my dear Germans? Today I'm gonna react to a video called 15 famous songs you didn't know were made in Germany. Recently I reacted to German songs and I was shocked by the amount of videos that come from Germany that are from 90s and 80s. Hopefully this video will help us to clear this question and I won't have any more questions about this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell for notification.
99% of you know these famous songs, but I bet you had no idea that they were actually made in Germany. Hallo, servus, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Feli. I'm originally from Munich, Germany, but I've been living here in Cincinnati, Ohio since 2016. I think it's safe to say that German music generally doesn't have the best reputation in the world. I mean, classical music, sure.
Wait, why? Why it doesn't have the best reputation? I wanna know. Man, the classics, they're so good.
And
guys, do you like classic music? I love classic music. Sometimes it's nice to listen to relax and remember how it was in 700s.
of course, most people know the band Rammstein.
Du hast mich.
Or Nena's 99 Luftballons.
Oh my gosh. I straight away remember GTA Vice City, man.
But aside from that, I'm assuming most people mainly think of this. Or maybe something like this.
Yeah. This is.
Which is why I think you'll be very surprised to find out that a lot of really famous songs, you know, songs that you probably thought were by American artists or British artists, were in reality made in good old Germany. And if I'm being honest with you, there are songs on this list that I didn't even know were German until I started researching for this video. And not to be all,
number 15 will shock you.
but the last one really will shock you, so stay tuned. Let's actually start off easy, because I think of all the songs on my list, this is probably the one that most people do know that it has a German origin.
Okay.
And it's this one.
I was shocked when I found out that Scorpions are from Germany. Really shocked. Like that.
Wind of Change by the Scorpions. This song was written in September of 1989, right before the fall of the Berlin Wall, which is why it kind of became the anthem of German reunification at the time. Well, that and Looking for Freedom by David Hasselhoff.
I haven't heard about this
one. Scorpions are a hard
one.
rock band from Hannover. They've been around since 1965 and still tour to this day.
Yes.
Now you might be wondering,
They will have concert in Riga very soon in August, I think, something like that.
why are there songs in English when the band really is from Germany? Well, after the end of World War II, it actually took a while until German-speaking music was considered cool again in Germany. Because for a long time, all of the music that was popular with young people was from Great Britain or from the US. You know, Elvis, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones. German-speaking music, on the other hand, was largely considered somewhat outdated and stale.
Junge, komm bald wieder, bald wieder
Such a deep song.
nach Haus.
Freddie
So German
Quinn.
artists who wanted to make pop or rock music at the time almost exclusively wrote their lyrics in English. And that really didn't change until the 1970s and 80s, when the Neue Deutsche Welle movement became a thing, the new German wave, and the German music industry finally embraced German-speaking pop and rock songs too, such as 99 Luftballons. But even then, most German artists stuck with English, which of course also allowed them to reach audiences in other parts of the world. The Scorpions, for example, are currently playing an international tour for their 60th anniversary and even have a short residency in Las Vegas this summer. Now, Wind of Change wasn't their only international hit. I'm sure
Scorpions have a lot of good songs, a lot. My father has a CD, and sometimes we listen when I drive his car. You know, we listen to the CD of Scorpions, and they have very good. Send Me an Angel, another song that I love from Scorpions.
most of you also know this one.
Oh, yes. How could I forget about this?
On number 2, we have a song that was associated with a huge scandal. And I'm sure most of you know about the scandal. But did you know that that scandal was actually brought to the world from Frankfurt, Germany?
Girl, you know it's true.
I had no idea that they are from Germany. Literally zero idea.
Yes, I'm talking about the band Milli Vanilli, which was created in the year 1988 by German music producer Frank Farian. The band consisted of Rob Pilatus, who was born and raised in Munich, just like myself, and Fab Morvan, who was from Paris but moved to Germany at the age of 18.
What a name, Fab. And I have never heard this kind of name, Fab. Well, that's an interesting French name.
Rob. Now, of course, the big scandal was that after Milli Vanilli had become successful all over the world and even won a Grammy for Girl You Know It's True, it was revealed that the two didn't actually sing on their own songs and were merely lip-syncing during live performances. The real vocals were recorded in Frank Farian's studio by musicians from the US. But
straight away, shame on artists that don't sing live, because people come to hear you live. This is how you show the respect for them, you know.
by the way, there's a great German biopic film on this whole story that came out in 2023. You can watch it on Amazon Prime with English subtitles. I can only recommend that movie. I think it was really well done. And then there's also an English-speaking documentary about them, also from 2023. And speaking of streaming good shows and movies, with today's sponsor, PIA, different country, on Netflix in the UK, I always pick in sports broadcasts for in each tunnel and hides your IP address for free. And after that, it'll. Of course, Girl You Know It's True wasn't their only song. You might also know this one.
Girl, I'm gonna miss you.
No,
Or
haven't
this
heard
one.
about it.
Now, despite the whole drama around Milli Vanilli, the mastermind behind it all undoubtedly had something like a magic touch when it came to international hits, because Milli Vanilli wasn't Frank Farian's first successful project. Which brings us to number 3 on this list.
Rammstein. Ooh. What about Daddy Cool? Boney M, such a legend in 80s and 90s. A lot of people from Latvia listen to Boney M because in late Soviet Union, it was super popular band over here. Super popular.
Yes, Boney M was created by Frank Farian too, which means that he produced all of these massive world hits in his studio in Frankfurt.
Oh my gosh, I love this song. Was filled with grief.
By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down.
Well, Rivers of Babylon and Sunny were both cover versions. Daddy Cool and Rasputin were original songs that Farian also co-wrote. Boney M was founded in 1974, and their main success took place in the 70s, so over 10 years before the Milli Vanilli scandal. But Farian already used some of the same practices. The very first Boney M song he ever released was actually produced and sung just by himself.
Oh, wow. The guy was very talented, I guess, and he had a system that he followed, and it worked all the time.
Only after that song became a hit in the Netherlands and Belgium, he put together an actual music group consisting of 4 members. And while they did all sing live on stage, only 2 of their voices made it into the studio recordings, and Frank Farian continued to do the male vocals himself. However, when Farian openly talked about that in an interview at the time, it didn't really cause any outrage. What's kind of funny is that several Boney M songs have recently become really popular on social media apps like TikTok.
I'm telling you, these songs, they age very well. They are like wine, literally.
Now let's jump ahead a few decades to this party hit from 2005.
Oh my god, Cascada.
Time We Touch by Cascada. Now, the chorus of the song is actually by the Scottish singer Maggie Riley from 1992.
Oh, wow. So basically, Cascada made a cover song.
But the dance version by Cascada is the one that people all over the world are familiar with today. Cascada is a German trio consisting of the singer Nathalie Horler and the two DJs and producers Manuel Reuter and Jan Pfeiffer. Another big song by them that you might know is...
Oh, yes, man. Back in the day, it was playing on every dance floor, literally every dance floor.
And now let's jump ahead a few more years to the year 2012, when in the German city of Kassel, two 20-year-old friends recorded this song in their childhood bedroom.
Oh.
We can bring it on the floor. Never danced like this before. We don't talk about it, dancing on. Do the boogie all night long. Stoned in paradise. Shouldn't talk about it.
Stolen Dance by
I mean, I love Milky Chance because they remind me the good old days when I was like 13, 14 years old, and there was no responsibilities, and I felt young, wild, and free. You know what I mean?
Milky Chance, aka Clemens Rehbein and Philipp Dausch, who have since become one of the most successful German bands in the world. In 2014, they even got to perform on the Jimmy Kimmel Show. Before them, the only other band from Germany who had ever been invited was Rammstein. Other songs by them that you may have heard before include Flashed Junk Mind.
Yes, yes. I love this song, man. Love it. Such a relaxed, chilled out song, you know. It reminds me of summer. As it is in the video clip over there, it really reminds me summer vibes, you know, chill vibes. This is also an awesome song.
And Down by the River.
Man, every song, I love it. Milky Chance, the best.
What's funny is that the student radio station that I worked for after high school, M94.5, M94.5, was one of the first stations who played Milky Chance at the time, and they actually booked them for one of their live events a few months later. But by then, the band had blown up so much that the whole event was suddenly sold out, and hundreds of people who would have never attended otherwise suddenly showed up to the event just because of Milky Chance. Remember how I talked about Boney M songs being big on TikTok? Well, there's another song that I was very surprised to come across in a TikTok dance recently.
Oh, man. Wait. It was Modern Talking.
This is the song Brother Louie by the German band Modern Talking, but I've also been seeing some of their other songs having kind of a revival on social media recently, such as You're My Heart, You're My Soul.
Wait, I thought that Modern Talking is from Sweden all the time. You're my soul.
Or Sherry Sherry Lady.
Yeah, this one I have met on Instagram also.
Total 80s music, but I guess it's kind of having a comeback these days. Modern Talking was a band that most Germans are very familiar with to this day, and it's honestly kind of a controversial band. Some people love them, but I would say most Germans don't really like their music a whole lot. But also both Thomas Anders, the main singer of the duo, and Dieter Bohlen, the songwriter and producer, are still very much active in the German music industry today. Bohlen has been a judge on the German version of American Idol, Deutschland sucht den Superstar, since its very first season in 2002, and has kind of been the German equivalent to Simon Cowell, since he's known for his harsh comments. And because he's been a very successful songwriter and producer even after Modern Talking, he's always referred to as Pop Titan in German media, so Pop Titan. But even though they're both still active in Germany, Thomas Anders and Dieter Bohlen don't really talk to each other anymore because they've had several...
Yeah, Thomas Anders aged a bit, I can tell you that for sure. Look, take a look at that, how old he looks now. I mean, he looks old, man. The guy looks old.
Big fallouts over time, which they've partly fought out in public. From what I remember,
I love the way my camera blocks his face. Now I am the Thomas Anders. Ha ha My name is Tom, by the way, so very, very close.
Remember, it was basically all about who of the two was the real creator of the band or was responsible for their success, since Dieter Bohlen supposedly never actually did any of the vocals for the songs, which he denies, while Anders wasn't involved in any of the songwriting or production of the songs. So much drama. Okay, before we get to another few major pop songs, I want to take a quick detour into the world of techno and 90s Eurodance music, because Germany played a pretty big role in that genre, and even I had no idea that these songs were all made in Germany. This includes major hits like
Yeah, also I was shocked about Head Away, What Is Love. I listened to the song like 20,000 times. Nowadays when I hear this song, I get sick a bit because I over-intoxicated with the song. So I cannot listen to it, but I was so shocked that it's also a German produced band and a song.
What Is Love was performed by the Trinidadian German singer Hadaway and was written and produced by two Germans as well. Who would have thought? Then we got...
Oh, right, Snap. Man, literally Snap is from Germany? You kidding me? I thought it's American. Wow. My whole world just changed in a moment. Now I don't know what to believe in anymore. It's such a tune also.
Rhythm as a Dancer by Snap, which is a German Eurodance group that actually still exists to this day.
Oh, seriously?
This song was created in collaboration with the American singer Thea Austin. Next up... Mr. Vane by the Eurodance project Culture Beat, which also still exists today. And even though the project was and is based in Germany, this song features a singer from the UK, Tanya Evans, as well as American rapper Jay Supreme.
Oh my gosh. Straight away nostalgia listening to this song. 90s, man. I was like 4 years of age when this song came out, and I remember this song played from everywhere, from every car, from every house, like every party that I didn't participate because I was 4 years of age, you know. But when like we had kids parties, we had this song also.
Yep. Even Coco Jumbo by Mr. President was made in good old Germany. Just like... Narcotic by the German rock band Liquido. So I guess this one technically doesn't fall into the Eurodance category, but I feel like it has a very similar vibe. And then there's this song that little 5-year-old me used to call her favorite song for a while. I think this was like on a summer vacation in 1999 or so. And I literally had no clue that this was German until a few days ago.
Okay. Wow.
Samba de Janeiro, which, as it turns out, was
de Janeiro
produced by the German pop group Bellini, but at least one of the writers of the song is the Brazilian percussionist Ayrton Moreira, I think is how it's pronounced. If you can think of any other Eurodance songs that you used to listen to in the 90s and that actually originated in Germany, let me know in the comments below. But getting back to a pop classic, on number 13 of today's list, we have...
wow. By the way, they will have concert pretty soon in Riga also. I saw the banner advertisement. I love this song. But this is the only song that I know from this band. Forever Young, very good song. Very good band probably. Alphaville or something like that. Forever.
Forever Young by the pop synth band Alphaville from Münster, Germany. This song has been covered numerous times over the years, and even Jay-Z sampled the song. Another big hit by the band is their song Big in Japan, by the way.
Oh, okay.
And before we get to the last big
Listen, Big in Japan was also a tune. I remember Big in Japan. So now I know already 2 songs from Alphaville. Wow. Maybe I should buy the ticket to the concert. Who knows? Or not.
pop song that
Depends how
most
much.
people would never guess to be from Germany.
Okay.
I want to take a quick detour into the world of film scores, because did you know that this
Okay, copyright, baby. Let's go.
this and this is all from a German composer? Yes, of course I'm talking
Hans Zimmer, of course. I love Hans Zimmer. Have visited his concerts. Also love it. Very good music. Well, very talented guy.
about Hans Zimmer. The last name Zimmer literally translates to room in German, by the way. He's
Wow.
without a doubt one of the greatest film score composers of our time and has won 2 Academy Awards and 5 Grammys so far. He was born in Frankfurt, Germany, but as a teenager, he first moved to Switzerland and then to London for boarding school. And that brings us to the last song on this list, number 15. We have all partied to this song without a doubt, but even in Germany, most people don't know that this song is actually from
Okay.
Munich.
A little bit of
Of course, of course.
A little bit of Erica by my side. A little bit of Rita's all I need. A little bit of Tina's what I see. A little bit of Sandra in the sun. A little bit of Mary all night long.
A little bit of Jessica, all I am.
A little bit of
You make me your man.
Yes, Mambo number 5 by Lou Bega is German. Well, mostly, because it's technically based on an instrumental song that's also called Mambo number 5 by the Cuban musician Damaso Perez Prado from 1949, but the lyrics and the rest of the song as we know it today was all created in the Munich area in the late 90s, and Lou Bega, the singer, was born and raised in Munich to an Italian mother and a Ugandan father. Which of
Oh,
these songs were
wow.
the biggest surprise for you, and can you think of any other famous songs that most people don't know are from Germany? Put it in the comments below. As of recently, you can also get my videos on Spotify, by the way, so you can have it play in the background like a podcast.
All right, for me, the biggest shock was Snap, Rhythm is a Dancer. I didn't know that he's from Germany, or I knew it, and I forgot. I don't know. What was your biggest shock, guys? Let me know. Probably there was no shock for you at all, because you already knew that all of these people come from Germany, all of these bands. What can I say? Germans has very talented people in the music industry, and not only in music industry, all over the place, in my opinion. And hopefully in the future you guys will make the world happy again with another music that will gather people and make us laugh and feel good emotions. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell for notifications. See you in next reaction videos. Bye.